Oh, you're back again. Well, good morning. I'm just working on Albino Zulu right now, so hopefully I can tell you a little bit more about it. Let me grab a cup of coffee, enjoy the intro, and we'll talk to you in a minute. So, most of you know that I started this YouTube channel so that I could document a little bit of the journey of me creating, writing, drawing my books and my artwork, and I believe that this is just another installment of that. I want to talk to you today about Albino Zulu and what exactly Albino Zulu is and how it became even an idea. So, Albino Zulu is going to be a fun comic, entertaining comic, in a mini format. It's not going to be like a regular comic book. It's going to be limited edition runs that I put together only for people that want to collect my work. It's going to have a couple special things that are going to be offered in the book, but I'm going to do it so that it will show you that you can produce a story and get that story out into the world pretty cost effectively and pretty quickly. Hopefully it takes a little bit of the edge off when you're doing some of the work to get your stories out there, because everybody's got viable stories. It's just executing on those ideas. Albino Zulu was thought up on a podcast, and it was meant to be kind of a joke of a creation, but I think as I thought more about it, a special agent idea kind of formed, and I think that Albino Zulu, the name, I love it. The idea of a orphan baby that was raised in a Zulu tribe that becomes a special agent that the world calls on when all else fails was really intriguing to me, and I thought that it might just be something that is viable and could work and could be entertaining for people. And that's bottom line. I mean, it needs to be entertaining. And I want to talk to you a little bit more about character development and how I draw and how I sketch out the ideas for the characters. Inspiration can come from a lot of different things. All through life, I find that inspiration is all around us. The idea of nature versus nurture is very much a forefront in this story of Albino Zulu. It's a story about a man that was raised from an infant in a Zulu tribe that doesn't necessarily belong there. I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about character development and how the storyline works through my drawings. Usually when I draw, I'll start out with pencil, obviously, and I work into the markers and into the ink and that type of thing. But I wanted to draw a simple lined character that would symbolize what you would think in a Zulu tribe. I also wanted to have something that had a very grassroots, easy to draw and easy to duplicate into a comic book format, like a mini comic, something that you could honestly produce on a home printer. There's a lot of spirituality in Albino Zulu and folklore from the Zulu tribe, the Zulu nation. One of the things I did was I cut out some of the drawings that I had. It's very old school way of doing placement in that, copy and pasting, but I wanted to at least get an idea of how I could maneuver these around a page before I actually hardline them to create a book. Like I said, it's a grassroots thing. I think it's going to be a really good way of laying the book out just for my own sake. Like I said, you don't have to have all the software in the world. You don't have to have everything that's digital now. It does help, but I don't think it's necessary. When I start out, I like having reference material. Main designs that I've had from the beginning, or logo work, or if it's a folklore or a story of myth, I try to have some type of reference on that. I wanted to speed this up a bit just so you can see my method to my sketching. Give you some character development tips as we go. One other thing about Albino Zulu is that he needs goggles because obviously his eyesight, being albino, is very sensitive. I didn't realize that until I started developing the character's look. The shield and the spear are very entwined with the Zulu nation, and that's something I definitely wanted to bring out with the character. I use Sharpie marker straight away as soon as I'm done with the line work in pencil. I'll erase everything after the ink's dry from the marker, but it should give you a quick outline of what I'm trying to do with Albino Zulu. Whenever you see my style work, it usually has bold black lines, bold shadow lines, and that's just the way my style is. I really like that look, and I wanted to make sure I bring that in with Albino Zulu as well. A very gritty looking type of style. I wanted to have Albino Zulu's uniform a little bit more modern to fit the storyline. And here's your first glimpse of Albino Zulu. I hope that explains Albino Zulu to you a little bit and shows you a little bit of the design process that goes behind my thinking and where it builds to the story. So, like I said, it'll be a limited edition mini comic, probably about 10 pages long. It'll be a black and white interior with select colors on certain pages. For different patrons that purchase. I don't know what the price point is quite yet, but I am taking pre-orders, and I'll be producing these probably, I would think, within a month's time. Get a hold of me at teddaviesdesign@gmail.com or any of the social media platforms. Feel free to direct message me. Yeah, and I look forward to producing these books. Since I do have your ear, all my new work, starting from this day forward, will all be self-published by myself. So any of the new products that I'm going to be bringing out in the near future, I am going to be self-publishing. So you can get that directly from me, and I think it's just going to be a better experience all around for all my patrons that have been so generous to allowing me to do what I love to do. If you like today's show, please subscribe, like, or share. Anything's appreciated. Have a great week. Much success to you all. No envy, no fear. I'll talk to you soon.